Did the Cold War affect you in any way?
It was chilly.
When I was a kid, that's the first time I think I had an awareness that there was a difficult situation, and so I remember being really afraid as a kid, probably 10 years old, and being very afraid of what might happen.
What was the first time you remember hearing about the Soviet Union and its conflict with the United States?
Well, there again, I would say, we started knowing the name Khrushchev, and that there was really conflict, and he was threatening the United States, and so that was my first awareness.
So like in elementary school?
Yes, so I was in elementary, probably 9, 10.
Do you remember, Grandpa?
No.
But you were afraid, right, that the Russians might bomb us?
Well, I know we had to put black shades on our windows when I was growing up, so that if the Soviet Union people came over to bomb us, they couldn't identify where the things were the bomb, because the window coverings were all black. And my dad was a game warden, I guess they call it, a game warden? Warden.
What do you remember seeing or reading in the news about the Cold War?
Of course, then at that time I was young, so I didn't particularly read, just that the idea that it was kind of a competition, it seemed like, in different ways, and power. It's a power issue.
What were you taught in school and at home about the Soviet Union?
Probably they were communist, and that and that they wanted to hurt us. So.
Were you or any of your family members ever afraid that there would be a hot war or nuclear war between the United States and the Soviet Union?
Definitely. I remember we would do these duck and cover drills where we would get under our desk, and you protect your head, and so we had the duck and cover drills, and different type of emergency situation practices. Yes.
What aspects of the space race do you remember?
Well, I remember being disappointed that they had the first thing in space. So the Russians had the Sputnik and space, and
well, we got the first person to the moon.
Yes, so that was exciting. But I remember being, oh wow, and they can do that, how much power they had. So
how was the rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union promoted in sports?
In sports?
Well, such things, as they didn't go to each other's Olympics, and what else about the sports? Do you remember?
Yeah, one of the United States guys won the race. They were racing, I think foot race or something, and I remember that. And the guy was really good. He was really fast. But that's all I can say about it.
Okay.
Do you remember the Berlin Wall coming down, and how did it make you feel?
Yeah, I remember the situation.
They were trying to allow people to go back and forth, but with the wall they couldn't get through.
Right.
It was a stop.
Yeah. That is all.
Is that it?
Yep.